Hey Virgo. Okay, so at the bottom of the deck is the Six of Swords, and this could very literally just mean you're moving. Um, but it's often a little more situational. So meaning you were in a situation that was mentally exhausting, emotionally exhausting, and it shows moving from stormy to smooth waters. So there is a little bit of a leaving a negative situation vibe, but it could just mean moving. So, moving where you work, where you live, but making changes to minimize because is too stressful, or there is a situation that's sucking your energy and draining you. Now, on the top here, what's on your mind? Oh, it's kind of an interesting mix. It's almost like your mind is going to be very, very active with things you want to do. Maybe where you're living, the weather's already starting to change from one season to the next. And, well, it's still cold up here, but it may feel like spring where you are or fall. Either way, I feel like they have a similar exciting energy to me. But you still want to be grounded, which is very much even you're still that air sign, that level headed air sign. But this could be. So the Seven of Cups is that scattered energy, but also that creative energy. It's almost a Pisces feel, which will be in. So creativity, having all these ideas, and often this card is described as not being able to having all these ideas, but not being able to actually execute one. But there needs to be this time to be creative and imagine your ideas. I'm not an artist, but I would have to assume that you need the thought and the inspiration before you can write the book. It doesn't just flow out of your hand. So this is going to be a very creative time. So I would say at the beginning of the month, and then when after that Aries new moon on the 24th, that it's really going to come pouring out. And this is writing your outline, writing your plan, writing your idea down, and start figuring out the steps to fruition. Um, Even if you know, oh, if I'm going to write a book, that may take a year or more, and that's okay. You're again making that outline, laying the foundation. But there's also this. So this kind of goes back to that Six of Swords. A burden has been lifted. You are taking steps this month to relieve yourself of some burden or some mental stress, something that was holding you down, weighing you down. Could be your own internal baggage, but it seems more situational. Maybe you're finally dumping your I was gonna say stupid, but that's not the word I wanted. Like your significant others. I feel like if you leave a significant other, your friends are going to be like, fucking finally. Like, so I think some of you are dating someone that's kind of not kind of a jerk, because we have the Six of Swords. So maybe abusive, even. Just a toxic, exhausting, high maintenance, immature, basically, person. And I feel if that resonates with you, you will free yourself. You'll bring in the Queen of Swords energy and cut ties and be done with it, and not listen to their victim story, their poor me story about why they're justified and their rationalizations for being assholes. Judgment. Well, a Sag had this. Yep, you are making a big decision. And this type of decision sticks. There's no going back. There's no wavering or make, making lists and agonizing over this decision. It is, once you realize it, boom, it happens. So once you realize it, that day, you may be out of the house. You may be like taking steps to move on and move out. Could be work. Don't quit. Oh, there's that Two of Cups again. Sag got that. I'm not saying quit your job, but I just feel like you will be, I am finding a new job and you just make it happen because this is such a strong energy in you to this decision that there's just no stopping you. So anything, maybe there was a lot you wanted to do and maybe even planned to do, but you were, um, had someone else in your life that was restricting you because they were so insecure and controlling, and now you're going. It's just like nothing's gonna hold you back now. You're like, how could I have let someone hold me back like that? But I think that's just the realization. I don't see you really dwelling on it. I feel like once you make this, you see it and you make this decision, you are just, oh my God, I'm free. Like you can't believe you're just relieved. 10 of Cups, wow. And what's so interesting in this deck that I'm just noticing, I like it because it's just this person. Often it's called the happy family card or the happily ever after card, and it usually shows a man and a woman and a child. And it, which is fine, but because it's, the cards are metaphors, they shouldn't be taken too literally, but it does promote the stereotype that happily ever after means you're married with children. And that's just not, I mean, you have to decide. That's what society, that's a social construct. That is what you have to be happy. It, so you have to figure that out for yourself. And I feel like that's what you're figuring out, actually. I don't need to be in a relationship and tolerate bad behavior. I thought I had to. And, Libra, you have a strong need to couple. And so realizing this is a big deal because it's sort of inherent with your sign. What's going on? Oh, I love this. Yeah, what's going on the basis? First of all, I love this Ace of Pentacles, planting the seed. So this has been in your subconscious for a while. Just lots of stress and anxiety, too much. That's has been part of your baseline, is being this anxiety. And I think on some level you got used to it. And when you finally have this wake up call, you're like, I am out. What am I doing? Why have I been allowing this to just be an everyday part of my life? Like it's normal. But I don't feel like don't shame yourself. I don't feel like you're shaming yourself. I just feel like, again, once you realize that, here's that Virgo energy. It's the full moon. For some of you, I see the full moon is the wake-up call, and then you go inside and have this self-reflection and this realization, and then you're immediately planting the seeds for your for this new understanding you have. What are these bonus cards that came out? The Tower. Sag at the Tower too. Yeah, it's a breakthrough, guys. It's a breakthrough. And some people may say, oh, they're blowing up their life. Yeah, just be secure and confident in you know what you've been dealing with. You know. And their perception is their perception, and they don't have the insider's view. These two together, it's a breakthrough. This is very, Sag had those two cards. And then, oh my God, look at this, the Lovers. If you are a couple, this is what you want, not this. And being alone and waiting and being patient will bring this happily ever after. And if happily ever after includes a relationship, it's going to be one of these mutually support. Don't get hung up on gender. Mutually support. But the feeling that this card's conveying is one of mutual support and choosing each other and considering each other and the choices and the commitment they make. Oh, I like this. And I also love that the moon, this was here, the moon. I don't even know why I just said the moon. Well, here's the new moon on the 24th. Maybe you have the realization around the 9th and the 24th. You're like, wait, look at me. What am I doing up here worrying? And then that's when you have the breakthrough. But I love the Fool, the 10 of Cups, and the Ace of Pentacles. What a great line here. It's like, I'm happy. I'm going to live my best life with this 10 of Cups. I'm grounded. Don't worry, I'm grounded. But I'm no longer trapped by fear to move forward with the life that I want. Ooh, very nice. I'm loving this for you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Take care.